Greetings. By now you've probably heard that the zombie apocalypse is in full swing, or at least has started in Florida. So welcome to post-apocalyptic America. It's a beautiful place here, but you know what? You just never know till the zombies find us. So there's something I want to explain that's very important. You got to be prepared to make a break for it at any given time. So what I have here to help you guys be prepared is a piece of 8-inch PVC Schedule 80. Schedule 40 would probably do. This actually may be Schedule 40. But it's a big thick piece of PVC pipe. I would go a little bit longer than this. And what you'll need to do is put a cap. Just glue the cap on the bottom of it so you got a nice long tube. And then on this end, you're gonna glue on a threaded connection where you can screw on a lid to it and then screw the lid off so you can get inside of here when you need to. And what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna bury this in the ground someplace where it's safe, where you can get away and get to your supply cache. So what you put in here is just the basics that you're gonna need. You might put in a one-man tent, for example. Fits in there real nice. I would recommend flashlights with really good quality batteries, because you're not going to want to check on this very often. I would recommend water, but I wouldn't use the cheapo plastic bottles, because remember, this stuff's going to be in there for a long time. So go with nice sturdy metal container bottles. Make sure you got everything cleaned out good. You don't want any bacteria in there. Now, a lot of people are talking about putting firearms in these things. And certainly firearms, if you have a long enough tube, will fit. The problem is, this is a real life problem. Kids have been finding these things. People have done a sucky job of burying them, and kids dig them up, and then the kids are all of a sudden out in the woods playing with real guns. So don't put a real gun in here. And think about it anyway. If the zombies are coming after you and you try to shoot them with a real gun, maybe you get one or two, but then you give away your position. So rather than giving away your position with a real gun, I would recommend a policy of evasion, survival and evasion. So what I would recommend is an air rifle. Now I've done another demonstration on how you can make pellets out of almost anything. And what can you do with the air rifle? Well, you can catch a dove roosting in a tree. With a little practice, you can shoot it. You can catch a squirrel. You can catch possibly a rabbit with a good .22 caliber air rifle. Certainly any small bird or small rodent-like game you can get to. If the zombie situation keeps getting worse, you might need a good chainsaw for some head chopping. Almost anything will fit in these tubes if you get a big enough tube. But in general, forgot, definitely a source of fire. Although you want to be careful with the fire. Fire will give away your position faster than anything. There's lots of videos on how to build discreet fires out there on YouTube already. Some sort of Montana blowhole or something like that's good. Anyways, yeah, I think you're all set at this point. I may do an update video on some tricks for getting this tube out of the ground so you can get to it. One thing I would recommend is burying it at a fairly shallow angle, like something like that. Put all any metal components that you're adding to this in the bottom so that it'll be harder for anybody with a metal detector to find it. And also had envisioned putting a kind of a hook on that thing that sticks up a little bit higher than everything else, so you don't have to dig as far to get the hook, and then pry it out with a big stick or something like that. I'll demonstrate that next video. So you guys are all set now. Oh my God, what was that? Oh, my bad. I thought that was a brain-eating zombie.